I haven't got long. Cook sent me out for a skin of wine, and that was hours ago. Oh, there'll be trouble when I get back. It's the feast, so the city is heaving. I no sooner have I squeezed back out that door of old Zach's place, a fresh cool wineskin in my hands, than I'm swept up in this great river of people heading out of town. I'm curious and reluctant all at once, because I think I know where they're going. And then I see him. He was the one that saved the day when we lived at Cana, and I worked at Simeon's house. It was Simeon's daughter's wedding, and wedding means plenty of wine. So I was topping up goblets, dodging between tables with a big flagon, when I almost run right into Cook. "Easy on the wine, Lydia," she hisses. Then she swivels on her heel and trots off. Well, I'm wondering what that's all about, because it's barely gone sundown, and this crowd are in for the duration. You know what I'm saying? But when I go into the cellar to refill my jug, Cook's in there sobbing, and a bunch of the other servants are standing there shuffling off one foot onto the other. "What's up?" I say. And they're all shushing me and whispering and pointing at the barrel in the corner, until somebody digs me in the ribs and hisses, "Lydia, that's all we've got left." And then Cook's friend Mary comes bustling in, the carpenter's wife from Nazareth, along with her eldest, who's making something of himself as a preacher. He's standing there looking about as surprised as we are. And Mary's patting Cook's shoulder and there-thering and saying to us, "Do whatever he tells you." Well, none of us can believe it when he tells us to bring in the water jars, the ones used in ceremonial washing. These are these great, huge things as big as me, and fill them with water. But it's not like we've got any better ideas. And I, for one, don't want to have to tell Cook that we've run out of wine. So I grab a bucket and start filling. And once we filled them all, this man, Mary's son, says, "Now draw out some of the water." So I get up the rickety old steps and plunge in the flagon. As I'm drawing it out again, the steps wobble and a few drops fly out and land right in the palm of my other hand. And they're red. Red as wine, red as blood. And I stare. And over the tops of everyone's heads, I can see him looking at me. I stare at my hand, and I stare at him, and he's looking straight at me as if he can see right into my soul. And he's smiling. I never expected to see him again, this man, Jesus. Especially not like this. A prisoner of the Romans. His face all covered with sweat and blood, waiting to be nailed to a Roman cross. I don't want to stay, but I can't leave, because I want him to know that there is somebody here who remembers him from before, from that night in Cana when he made the best wine in the world in washing jars. And it seemed like there was nothing wrong in the world that couldn't be put right. I covered my face, but I watched between my fingers as they hammered nails into his wrists. The blood runs right down across his white hands, like me on those rickety old stairs, with the wine jug in my other hand. I don't know how long I stand there, but he's trying to speak, and I hear him say, "I am thirsty. Someone sticks a sponge in a bucket and hoists it up on a pole. And all I can think is, that stuff is going to be old and rancid, stuff that's been out in the sun all day, that even the soldiers won't touch. And here I am, with Cook's wineskin, still fresh and cool in my hands. I push straight forward and shouting, "Here is wine! I have wine! I don't care what anyone thinks." There are tears running down my cheeks and soaking into my dress, for this good man hung up to die. And all the wrong things in the world that can't be put right. I push until I run right up against a Roman soldier. My nose hits the cold metal of his breastplate. He's not going to let me through. I look up over his shoulder. I see him, Jesus, the man on the cross. And he's looking at me with those same eyes. Even after all this time. It's as if he knows me. As if he understands what I'm trying to do. And though all the wine in the world won't help him now, he's glad I tried. I don't understand what happened that night in Cana with the washing jars. And I don't understand what I saw today. But I know he knew me. I know he understood. And I think maybe if I thought about it my whole life, maybe I would eventually begin to understand. Now, I must get back. I've stayed too long already. It's getting dark. There must be a storm coming.